Before you step into a new week, I want you to consider this. How do you want that week to unfold? Most people don't think about it. They just let the week come at them. Waking up Monday morning, letting whatever happens happen. No plan, no preparation, no strategy. And then they wonder why things don't go their way. But not you. Not this time. Here's the key. Don't let the week control you. You control the week. You're not here to be passive. You're here to take charge. Have you ever noticed how different you feel when you're prepared? When you've taken a little time to think things through before jumping in? It's amazing how much smoother things go when you know what you want and exactly how you're going to get it. That's what we're talking about today. Setting the stage for success before the week even begins. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's something you design, something you plan. The best way to start is by setting aside some time. If you can carve out a moment to think through what you want to achieve, it's going to make all the difference in how you feel and how you perform. First things first, get clear. Clarity is power. A lot of people enter the week with vague goals, no real sense of what's important or what they need to focus on. And what happens? They get lost in the weeds, wasting time on things that don't really matter, while the important stuff gets pushed aside. You've got to take a moment to get clear. Ask yourself, what are the most important things I need to get done this week? What are the key tasks that, if accomplished, will move me closer to my goals? Keep it simple. Keep it short. Focus your energy on the handful of tasks that will make a real difference. Here's what I learned a long time ago. The 80-20 rule. It's the idea that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Think about that. A small percentage of what you do drives the majority of your results. The problem is, most people spend their time on the 80% of things that only produce 20% of the results. They're busy, but they're not productive. Do you see the difference? That's why you need to get clear on what really matters. What are those high-value activities that will give you the biggest return? That's where you want to spend your time. You don't have unlimited energy. You've got to be smart about where you focus that energy. If you waste it on things that don't matter, you'll have nothing left for the things that do. Once you've gotten clear on your priorities, it's time to get organized. One of the most frustrating feelings in life is feeling overwhelmed, like there's too much to do and not enough time to do it. The reason most people feel this way is because they don't take the time to get organized. They let tasks pile up until they're buried under a mountain of unfinished work. It doesn't have to be that way. Take a little time before the week begins to organize your tasks. Break them down into manageable steps. Make a list. Write down what needs to be done, then prioritize it. What needs to be done first? What can wait? What's urgent? What's important? Most of us spend our time on urgent things that demand our immediate attention, but often those aren't the things that matter in the long run. The important things, the things that move the needle on your goals, tend to get pushed aside because they're not screaming for your attention. You've got to make time for those important tasks, or they'll never get done. Schedule your time. If you don't schedule your time, someone else will. If you don't tell your day where to go, it'll go wherever it pleases. And that's no way to live. Show me your calendar, and I'll show you your priorities. If you want to know what someone truly values, look at how they spend their time. Before the week begins, sit down and schedule your most important tasks. Block out time for them. Treat it like an appointment with yourself. Because if you don't, it won't happen. Life will get in the way. Distractions will pull you away. And before you know it, the week will be over, leaving you wondering where all the time went. And don't just schedule your work. Schedule time for yourself, time for your health, your relationships, your growth. If you don't take care of yourself, you won't be much good to anyone else. Stay healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally. Set aside time to exercise, relax, read, and connect with the people who matter most to you. When you're scheduling your week, make sure you leave some margin, some time that's unaccounted for, flexible. Things won't always go according to plan. Interruptions will come. Unexpected challenges will arise. And if your schedule is packed from morning to night, with no room for flexibility, you'll break under the pressure. But if you leave some breathing room, you'll be able to handle those unexpected challenges with grace. You'll be able to adjust without everything falling apart. Now that you've gotten clear on your priorities, organized your tasks, and scheduled your time, there's one more thing you need before you begin your week. Get your mindset right. Your attitude will determine how your week goes. If you enter the week with a negative mindset, thinking about all the problems, all the things that could go wrong, guess what? You're going to find those problems. You're going to attract those challenges. But if you enter the week with a positive mindset, expecting things to go well, looking for opportunities instead of obstacles, you'll have a much better experience. I'm not talking about blind optimism, ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. I'm talking about training yourself to focus on the good, to see the possibilities. Because what you focus on expands. Focus on problems, and you'll get more problems. Focus on solutions, and you'll find solutions. One of the best ways to get your mindset right is to start the week with gratitude. Take a moment before the week begins to reflect on what you're grateful for. Write it down if you can. Gratitude is powerful. When you're in a state of gratitude, it's hard to feel stressed, hard to feel overwhelmed. Gratitude puts things in perspective, reminding you that no matter what challenges you're facing, there's always something to be thankful for. When you start the week with gratitude, with a positive mindset, you'll approach everything differently, more resourceful, more resilient, more creative, better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Before you begin your week, here's what you need to do. Get clear on your priorities, get organized, schedule your time, leave some margin, and get your mindset right. If you do this, if you take the time to prepare before the week begins, you'll feel more in control, more focused, more productive. You'll be able to handle challenges with confidence and make real progress toward your goals. Progress. That's what we all want. Success isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making progress, step by step, week by week. So take the time to prepare and watch your life begin to change. I want you to visualize your week like a battlefield. Imagine standing there at the start, surveying the landscape. You can see where the obstacles lie, where the traps have been set, but you also see the path that leads to victory. That path is your plan. Without it, you're wandering blindly, a soldier without a mission, and that's not how we operate. You're the one leading the charge, the one making the calls. You strategize, you move with intent, and you execute with precision. That's the mindset we're cultivating here. When you wake up Monday morning, you should already know your mission. It's not just another week, it's a campaign. It's a series of objectives that, when achieved, bring you closer to the ultimate goal. And every step you take is a step forward. You're not just living the week, you're conquering it. You're putting yourself in the driver's seat, steering the week exactly where you want it to go. And yes, there will be battles along the way. There will be setbacks. There will be challenges. And there will be moments that test your resolve. But you didn't come this far to back down. Every challenge you face, is an opportunity to grow stronger, to sharpen your skills, to prove to yourself just how capable you are. The obstacles aren't there to stop you. They're there to be conquered. They're there to show you what you're made of. You have to understand that life is not going to hand you anything on a silver platter. The rewards don't come to those who sit back and wait. They come to those who are willing to fight for them. And this week, you fight. You fight for your time, for your goals, for your future. You're not just drifting through the days, hoping for the best. You're taking deliberate, purposeful action. You're making things happen. And that is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Success is a choice. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's a choice you make every single day. It's in the decisions you make when no one else is watching. It's in the discipline you show when it would be easier to take the day off, to let things slide, to put it off until tomorrow. But tomorrow isn't promised. All you have is today, and what you do with it is entirely up to you. You have the power to make today count. You have the power to make this week count. Don't waste it. Remember, every action you take is either getting you closer to your goals or pulling you further away. There's no neutral ground. You're either advancing or you're retreating. So make the choice to advance. Make the choice to move forward, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. Because the more you push yourself, the more you demand of yourself, the stronger you become. And that strength, that relentless drive, that's what's going to get you where you want to go. And when the week is over, when you look back on everything you've accomplished, you'll feel a sense of pride. Not because everything went perfectly, it never does, but because you gave it your all. Because you faced the challenges head on, you stayed true to your mission, and you made progress. Step by step, week by week, you're building the life you want. You're creating your future, one day at a time. So this week, don't settle for average. Don't settle for just getting by. Decide right now that you're going to make it count. Decide that you're going to step up, that you're going to show up, and that you're going to give it everything you've got. The week is yours to command. The time is yours to use. Make it happen.